those days are over, but a boy can fantasize about JTT and MTV. And when I close my eyes, and I'm right there, and he's right there, I'm right there. I just wanna go back to 1999, take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back, sing hit me baby one more time. I wanna go back to where we came from, playing air guitar on the roof, in the kitchen up on the table, like we had a beautiful view. I wanna go, I just wanna go back to 1999.
It may be getting hot outside, but deals on room air conditioners have never been cooler than right here at Wright's Furniture in Gonzales.
That's right. Prices have never been lower on our room air conditioner and all the rest of our great line of quality General Electric appliances.
Refrigerators, freezers, microwaves, and ranges, all in stock and ready for delivery today.
Buy it today and have it in your home tonight. And don't forget, we'll even finance it for you.
Wright Furniture, right price.
Right now.
Man, you got that right, Shaq.
Move to a new state of mind. Dimension One Spas can take you to a place your whole family will enjoy. Ultralife's lifetime warranty will give you peace of mind, and the beautiful quartzite granite-like surface goes with any decor. You can relax with our patented Neckflex jet pillow and customize your spa with the most versatile jets available. Enjoy all the benefits of a Dimension One spa today.
Dimension One, we put the eye inside.
What's everyone talking about? The Jambalaya Shop in Baton Rouge and Gonzales. The Jambalaya Shop, featured in the Morning Advocate and other publications. It's the one-stop shop for your football tailgating and party needs, with South Louisiana favorites such as red or white beans and rice, gumbo, and of course their famous jambalaya with pork or hen. So if you're feeding a family of 4 or a party of 100, or if you're burned down on burgers and pizza for lunch, call or visit the Jambalaya Shop, now at 2 locations, Perkins Road in Baton Rouge or Airline Highway in Gonzales.
Welcome back, everyone. We're at the scene of Ascension Hospital in Gonzales on Worthy Road across the street from East Ascension High School. And as you can see, the pond in front of the hospital has a few leisure swimmers. And of course, this doesn't happen but once a year, and it is a 40-year-old tradition. The seniors from the 1999 class decided to partake in that tradition, and on Wednesday, the last day of school, they and their parents gathered in the rain to jump in the pond. Many seniors had a variety of emotions today. Of course, many of the parents, believe it or not, were somewhat subdued. It's a very happy moment, but a very sad moment in its own way. One senior, Eric Lavitude, probably spoke for all of the class. Of course, Eric has withstood a number of obstacles, overcome a number of obstacles, including health problems and other problems that everyone can be so proud of. Eric speaks for probably most of the class. When we talked to him, he was just quite happy to be out of here and on his way to LSU Business School. Let's talk to Eric and see what he says about this day in the pond.
Walk up there.
We made it! Yeah, sure. Oh man, it's all the hard work and effort I put into the 13 years I've been in school. And I get just finally paid off. I had a chance to have fun today. About it. Really hope to. Going to college probably at LSU, major in business. E-R-I-K. Correct, Richard. E-R-I-C. up. A-T-U-C. All right.
Got memories. Oh, maybe we can do it tonight, tonight's the night. Yeah. I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. Sing hit me, baby, one more time. I wanna go back, wanna go.
Yeah, I remember back home. Best friends all night, no phone. No cares, I was dumb and so young. My room singing Michael Jackson. Never under pressure. Those days it was so much better. Feeling cool in my youth, I'm asking.
Oh, wish that we could go back in time. Got memories. Oh, maybe we could do it tonight, tonight's the night. Yeah. I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. Sing hit me, baby, one more time. Wanna go back to where we came from. Playing air guitar on the roof, and then catching up on the table like we had a beautiful view. I wanna go. I just wanna go back to 1999.
Back to 1999.
Back to 99,
I know those days are over, but a boy can fantasize about JTT and MTV. And when I close my eyes, and I'm right there, and he's right there, I'm right there.
I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. Sing hit me, baby, one more time. I wanna go back to where we came from. Playing air guitar on the roof, and then catching up on the table like we had a beautiful view.
Although it only took about 20 minutes to be over, the scene looked like a battlefield. Shoes, inner tubes, all kind of debris left over. And actually, although it did last only a short time, for most of these students, seniors actually, no longer students, soon to be graduated, it represented 4 years, actually, and 12 years for many of them. It was a culmination of a high school career and generally a undergraduate career. Many of them, although this is not the definitive graduation, it is the next step. It is actually, they have finished all the work, and it was obvious, the relief was obvious on their faces, the enjoyment was here, and of course there was a few tears in the eyes of parents as they watched the culmination of these undergraduates' careers. So that's about it. It's still raining out here at East Ascension, but it looks like everything went fairly well. Another class, 1999. This is, of course, the last class of the 20th century. And of course, they ended it just the way many of them started 4 decades ago, by jumping in the pond at East Ascension. Something that the kids will escape from Alcatraz to do, if almost. And I think you, as police chief, for the last couple of years now, have provided escorts and just tried to make it as safe as possible for the kids. Is that what you're doing?
We try to make it as safe as possible, David. We know that it's almost impossible to stop them. We have some kids that's going to get wet today, are probably third-generation Spartans. And if you can remember back about 28 years ago when you and I took the splash and got wet, it's just a tradition. And what we've done with the hospital here and emergency personnel and police officers, we're going to make it just as safe as possible. We're going to let them have their fun, and when it's time, we feel that it's time to clear out, we'll do that and make sure everybody's out safe.
You know, I was saying earlier, too, that, you know, this is a community rich in cultural heritage, but we don't have a whole lot of traditions, and this is probably one of the few traditions that'll live on and on and on for years and years and years.
I understand, except for a year or two, that they did not allow it. This is a tradition that has been going on since the inception of East Ascension High School, so it's one that's real rich, and it's one that's going to continue. And although the weather might be a little damp, the spirits that's going to come across the street in a minute, they're going to be full, just as glowing like the sunshine when they get hit in that water.
I was about to say it's raining, but they don't care. As long as it's not lightning, they're going to be wet anyway.
We saw them. They were prepared at 7 o'clock this morning with their floaties and rubber duckies and painted T-shirts, and so we're going to do everything to make it as safe as possible.
Chief, what were your thoughts when you jumped in the pond? Of course, you're a police chief now, but those of us who know you for many years, of course, remember our high school days, and of course, you ran across here just like I did and jumped in the pond. What were your thoughts?
Well, when I think about it, I remember we had to run way around on Irma Boulevard because there wasn't a gate out front. I can remember sitting in Miss Linda DeLone's history class and waiting for that bell to ring and just a countdown, and once that was it, it was just a mad dash. It was just 12 years of effort. You're ready to start on with the rest of your life, and I can remember the jump today.
And the outlook for graduation, on a more serious note, of course, with all the high school problems around the country and the concern, of course, I know there's been a little bit of stepped-up security. Is there anything that you're doing other than just trying to be as vigilant as you can?
We're paying attention to what the kids say and what they do. Yesterday at East Ascension was a great program to pay attention to those who do achieve when they gave away the Call with the Wheels program. And if we start just paying a little bit more attention to those who succeed and less attention to those who want to cause the trouble but deal with them in the proper way, we'll all be much better off. And I think the school systems here in Ascension Parish are doing that, where we do recognize those for outstanding achievement, and it's something that will continue under the new superintendent that will be taking office in July.
And the few problems that we've had since the Littleton incident, I mean, basically it's been copycat. You don't see any really major problems other than kids that want to be noticed.
We hadn't had any problems, David. There was some isolated incidents, but we did have, increased patrols and our presence at the schools so they can see us. We've been in touch with the school board and the schools every day. Ascension Parish has a unique program where once a month we meet with law enforcement, the court systems, the school principals, the superintendents, and all the legal family, where we get together and discuss issues of some concern that may be of some concern. And we've been doing this for about a year and a half, 2 years now, and it's been a successful program, and it's one that the public doesn't know about because some of the things they may discuss may not be what you want to, it might be something you want to keep confidential and prepare for it, but it's been a great program and one that's going to continue.
Okay, Chief, it looks like the crowd's building. The kids will be coming soon. Police Chief Bill Andrew, thank you very much.
My pleasure, David.
Hospital Administrator Keith Rush, who is also not only the administrator but the father of a senior this year. Keith, of course, every year you have a kind of a picnic on your front lawn, whether you want it or not. What's the hospital? How do you try to accommodate this?
Well, the board's never really addressed it as far as any potential problem. Maintenance department of the hospital and the administration and management and the board have certainly made the gesture to our maintenance department to come out and check the grounds and make sure that the facility or the grounds can be as safe as possible for all these youngsters. And it usually doesn't last very long. And certainly we've got the added assistance of the city police, and they really do a great job helping. And it's usually over in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I noticed on my way in there's a guy who's been very helpful out there, just making sure that people don't park where ambulances need to go.
Right. Well, that's something that we need to make sure we can accommodate in the case of an emergency. And, our ER is also on alert in case there's an incident here that one of these children may need some assistance also.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you.
By the time the word came down that the bell was about to ring, about 200 parents had gathered on both sides of the pond waiting for the big moment. For many students, it was a bittersweet end. They were happy that it was over. For most, 12 years of studying and hard work was about to be over. This mad dash to the pond for many represented deep down a successful conclusion to many years of hard work. And perhaps it's hard for us at this stage to understand that here lies our future doctors, lawyers, nurses, social workers, construction workers, carpenters, petrochemical workers, and virtually every profession. But when the time comes, if the present is any indication of the future, there will be no hesitation. These kids are obviously ready to rush into the future. When the signal came, this is what happened.
I just wanna go back. 9 years all that CD, old Mercedes, drive round listening to Shady like oh, never under pressure. Those days it was so much better. Feeling cool in my youth, relaxing, no money, no problem. It was easy back then. Oh, wish that we could go back in time. Oh, got memories. Oh, maybe we can do it tonight. Tonight's the night. Yeah, I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. Sing hit me baby one more time. I wanna go back, wanna go.
Yeah, I remember back home. Best friends all night, no phone. No cares, I was dumb and so young. My room singing Michael Jackson. Never under pressure. Those days it was so much better. Feeling cool in my youth, I'm asking.
Oh, wish that we could go back in time. Oh, got memories. Oh, maybe we can do it tonight. Tonight's the night. Yeah, I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. Sing hit me baby one more time. Wanna go back, wanna go back to where we came from. Playing air guitar on the roof, and then catching up on the table like we had a beautiful view. I wanna go, I just wanna go back to 1999.
Back to 1999. I know those days are over, but a boy can fantasize about JTT and MTV. And when I close my eyes, and I'm right there, and he's right there, I'm right there.
I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. Sing hit me baby one more time. I wanna go back to where we came from. Playing air guitar on the roof, and then catching up on the table like we had a beautiful view. I wanna go, I just wanna go back to 1999.
Back to 1999. I know those days are over, but a boy can fantasize about JTT and MTV. And when I close my eyes, and I'm right there, and he's right there, I'm right there.
It may be
Back, everyone. We're at the scene of Ascension Hospital in Gonzales on Worthy Road across the street from East Ascension High School. And as you can see, the pond in front of the hospital has a few leisure swimmers. And of course, this doesn't happen but once a year, and it is a 40-year-old tradition. The seniors from the 1999 class decided to partake in that tradition, and on Wednesday, the last day of school, they and their parents gathered in the rain to jump in the pond. Many seniors had a variety of emotions today. Of course, many of the parents, believe it or not, were somewhat subdued. It's a very happy moment, but a very sad moment in its own way. One senior, Eric Lavitude, probably spoke for all of the class. Of course, Eric has withstood a number of obstacles, overcome a number of obstacles, including health problems and other problems that everyone can be so proud of. Eric speaks for probably most of the class. When we talked to him, he was just quite happy to be out of here and on his way to LSU Business School. Let's talk to Eric and see what he says about this day in the pond.
Welcome forward. We made it! I've been in school. And I just finally paid off. I had a chance to have fun today. But what do you hope to? Going to college probably at LSU, major in business. E-R-I-K. Correct, but E-R-I-C. A-T-U-C. All right.
I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. Sing hit me baby one more time. I wanna go back, wanna go.
Yeah, I remember back home. Best friends all night, no phone. No cares, I was dumb and so young. My room singing Michael Jackson. Never under pressure. Those days it was so much better. Feeling cool in my youth, I'm asking.
Oh, wish that we could go back in time. Got memories. Oh, maybe we could do it tonight, tonight, tonight. Yeah. I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back. Sing hit me baby one more time. Wanna go back, wanna go back to where we came from. Playing air guitar on the roof. And then catching up on the table like we had a beautiful view. I wanna go, I just wanna go back to 1999.
Back to 1999. I know those days are over, but a boy can fantasize about JTT and MTV. And when I close my eyes, and I'm right there, and he's right there, I'm right there.
I just wanna go back to 1999. Take a ride to my old neighborhood. I just wanna go back.
And almost as quickly as it began, the scene was over. The class of 1999 had jumped into the pond, marking the end of their high school career.
I just wanna go back to 1999.
Although it only took about 20 minutes to be over, the scene looked like a battlefield. Shoes, inner tubes, all kind of debris left over. And actually, although it did last only a short time, for most of these students, seniors actually, no longer students, soon to be graduated, it represented 4 years, actually, and 12 years for many of them. It was a culmination of a high school career and generally a undergraduate career. Many of them, although this is not the definitive graduation, it is the next step. It is actually, they have finished all the work, and it was obvious the relief was obvious on their faces, the enjoyment was here, and of course there was a few tears in the eyes of parents as they watched the culmination of these undergraduates' careers. So that's about it. It's still raining out here at East Ascension, but it looks like everything went fairly well. Another class, 1999. This is, of course, the last class of the 20th century, and of course they ended it just the way many of them started 4 decades ago, by jumping in the pond at East Ascension.
seated. At this time, Mr. Robert Cluott, Director of Secondary Education, Ascension Parish Schools, will address the graduates.
On behalf of Superintendent Shelby Robert, the Central Office staff, and the school board, we congratulate the 1999 Spartan graduates. I'd like to start by thanking you, the people up here in the stands. You're the parents, relatives, just friends that have probably worked just as hard as some of these people to get through school. I also would like to thank the faculty at East Ascension High School. I can't tell you how much it means to me to be here tonight. This is the 30th year of my graduation ceremony when I was at East Ascension. We were in a gym, crowded and hot, and we couldn't wait for that guy that was talking up here to get off the mic and so I know that's how they feel. But I do want to say to the faculty at East Ascension High School, they made tremendous strides with the student body the last couple of years, and I think it's a tribute to both the faculty and administration. Last year, the ACT scores composite for East Ascension High School was 20.8. That's the highest composite I can find on record at the school board office in the parish. They also had outstanding graduate exit exam scores, and Mr. Bro tells me that they just got theirs in and they improved them this year. So once again, congratulations for a job well done. You know, 30 years ago when I was sitting in that crowd, I was thinking just like them. Two things. Thank God I made it, and let's hurry up and get this thing over with. At the same time, I do want to impart a little bit of knowledge. I firmly believe that you control your own destiny, that you have to have aspirations and you don't let others set goals for you. You set your own goals. You make your own future. And I'll challenge them to do that. Whether you're going to college next year or you're going to a trade school, you're going to a job, you're joining the armed forces, whatever you decide to do, you make your future and you set your goals and aspirations. And I'd like to leave you with this short writing by Emerson in Society and Solitude. Hitch your wagon to a store. Let us not fag in paltry works, which serve our pot and bag alone. Let us not lie and steal. No God will help. We shall find their teams going the other way. Every God will leave us. Work rather for those interests which the divinities honor and promote. Justice, love, freedom, knowledge, and utility. Thank you.
Diplomas will now be awarded by our principal, Mr. Conrad Brew, and our assistant principals, Mr. Jerry Eli, Mr. Cornell Bourgeois, and Mrs. Gwen Piku.
It may be getting hot outside, but deals on room air conditioners have never been cooler than right here at Wright's Furniture in Gonzales.
That's right. Prices have never been lower on our room air conditioners and all the rest of our great line of quality General Electric appliances.
Kendall Danielle Arsenault. Clifton August Jr. Jessica Lynn Babbitt. Kristen Nicole Babin. Nicole Lynn Berthelot. Denise Lynn Blair. Brandon Nicole Boudreau. Robin Renee Bourgeois. Brandon David Bro. Paul Joseph Bro. Brandon Lee Butler. Keith Andrea Cantrell. Jonathan Paul Carpenter. John Russell Cavalier. Raymond Carrier. Courtney Lee Chauvin.
Micah Gail Chittister. Jeremy John Clark. Tessie Marie Clark. Jessica Renee Cross. Jake Anthony Dedon. Danielle Lynn DeSherry. Nick Jacob Diaz. Garrett Paul Dupuy. Reka Ann Durgapasad. JC Angel Frederick. Brittany Nicole Gotro. Justin Michael Gotro. Kyle Blake Gotro. Ryan Austin Gotro. Brandy Marie Janung. Terry D. Gowen.
Brooke Ashley Gomez. Amberlynn Goin. Robert Paul Guriel. Grego. Jenny Marie Gilt. Robert Mako Gundy. Nitu. Carrie Lynn Hollard. Tristan Elizabeth Hawkins. Amanda Marie Hydell. Amanda can't be with us tonight, she's ill. Kevin Michael Higgins. Tammy Alicia Hilliard. Sean Patrick Household. Oldhouse. Andy Michelle Hughes. William McKendrick Jacob III. Latoya James. Andrew Jacob Jones. Rebecca Lynn Klein. Eric Paul Labatou.
Louis Lee Nino Lamandola. Erin Elizabeth Landry. Kimberly Ann Langlois. Adam Paul LeBlanc. Trent Anthony LeBuff. Travis James Lemaire. Tiffany Ann Lemoyne. Jeremy Gordon Lloyd. Jonathan Randall McGee. Amy Cecile Marshall. Christopher Lee Matthews. Christy Nicole May. Jeremy Price McCormick. Nicholas Earl Miller. Stephanie Joan Miller. Carrie Jacob Mia. Shannon Elizabeth Morrow.
Rory Scott Mumphrey. Melissa M. Patel. Andrew Renee Holler. Jared D. Russell. Cheryl Beth Richardson. Laura Diane Rodriguez. Elena Dawn Rowe. Penny Lee Rush. Jared Michael Russo. Captain Elaine Robertson. Minnie Sue Ann Ryan. Sarah Elizabeth Sanchez. Laura Amber Sewell. And Angelo Vassilio Seville. Emila Ruth Sicarino. Derek Jane Singletary. Amanda Lynn Smith.
Ashley Naomi Sprague. Matthew Paul Stafford. Drew Everett Stansel. Francine Michelle Stevens. Elizabeth Renee Stone. Jeremy Patrick Terrio. Melanie Deshay Thompson. Kristen Renee Tragle. Lindsay Marie Usry. Joshua Weil Valentine. Wendy Lee Vadreen. Scott Joseph Wagenspack. Russell Andrew Williams. Rachel May Mintz. Jessica Michelle Young. Leanne Michelle Young.
Johnny Andrew Akins. Joshua Carl Babin. Jessica Marie Banker. Brad Michael Barber. Camille Antonia Bond. Joshua Robert Bursaday. Leanne Berry. Wayne Elwood Berthelot. Matthew Wilson Bennett. Sean Andrew Blunt. Eric Daniel Boudreaux. Jessica Ann Boudreaux. Darren Matthews Burt. David Keith Burt. Curry Neal Blow. Caroline Blow. Randy Lynn Brazil. Leslie Marie Blow.
Alice Renee Brooks. Christy Lynn Brown. Dana Marie Brown. Stacy Lynn Brown. James Arthur Carter. Jessica Aaron Causey. Christopher Eugene Chambliss. Brandy Nicole Cheney. Ryan Allen Chartan. Rafael Douglas Chapman. Troy Deshaun Coco. Dominique D'Antoni Cornish. George Michael Cooper Jr. Nicole Danielle Craig. Douglas Ryan Crum. Dion Marie Cushenberry.
Angel Marie Dago. Bryce James Dago. Derek Paul Dago. Trina Marie Darris. Tia Marie Di Benedetto. April Marie Decato. Justin Michael Delette. Lakeisha Tanae Deloche. Katie Lynn Dyer. Michelle Ann Dubois. Tracy Lynn Dunbar. Daniel Mark Duperfect. Daniel Mark Duperfect. L. Michelle Dice. Elka D. Earl. Justin M. Eddy. Cody Paul Edmonton. Chad Francis Ragu. Matthew Blake Floyd.
Robert Tremaine Ford. Sarah K. Godin. Amber Lee Gotro. Christopher Michael Gotro. Dustin Joseph Gotro. Lucas Simon Geismer. Marjorie German. Nikki Lynn Gerard. Michael Lane Glaze. Brandon Durrell Glover.
Brandon!
Isaac Glover III. Katie Renee Gravois. Rita Janelle Gray. Carmen Louise Griffin. Donnie Glenn Hallmark Jr. Kimberly Ray Harrington. Denisha Ann Harvey. Dustin Michael Idell.
Justin David Abel. Tristan Lynn Abel. Tamara Nicole Henry. Nicole Henry. Kansas Janelle Henry. Tony James Henry. And Christopher Howard.
What's yours? Hey, hey. Hey.
Kelly Renee Hughes.
Exactly, what's yours?
Lady Joe
coming up.
Jamil Dwayne Jackson. Kenzie Lynn Jackson. Robert Janelle Jackson. Ronald DeQuest. Michael James. Joshua Sophia. Keisha Annette Johnson. Camille M. Jones.
Miss Wayne Kernan.
Is this fourth row?
The fourth? That's the middle.
Sidney Clifton Kelly III. Meryl Kesha Kistner. Justin Michael Flynn. Brad Michael Kurtz. Derek Paul Lambert. Jessica Lambert. April Monique Lannis. Joshua Joel Levine. Kimberly Michelle Lawson. Helena Gail Lessar. Amy Elizabeth Libido. Michael Paul Lobel. Sonia Renee Lockett. Shanta Maria Martin. Cody Michael Myers. Deshae Elizabeth Myers. Corey Michael McCool.
Trish Lang McQuarrie. Mr. Nicole Million. Kristen Leanne Mitchell. Leah Linnell Nichols. Melissa Teresa Morales. Abilene Moran. Moran.
Yeah.
Ryan Paul Moran. Harris Eugene Moses. Cody Paul Mumphrey. Clint Wayne Nichols. Christopher Dean Odom. Heather Michelle Oka. Olga Oliva. Terry Joseph Owen. Leonard Joseph Powell Jr. Stephen Cruz Crocker.
Brooke Pickle.
Seth Kelvin Pinell Jr. Tammy Bernice Frejaw. Paula Monique Presley. Jessica Lynn Price. Charlie James Twitch. Ryan Michael Ray. Harry Lynn Renard. J. Matthew Richardson. William Cassidy Rickles. Robert Charles Ricks Jr. Shaquita Giovanna Rodriguez. Benjamin P. Roussel. Dina Marie Roussel. Jeremy Paul Roy. David Michael Ryle. Brandy Michelle Salvador. Manat Allah Munir Salem.
Hey, look. Travis Shivers is the fifth one. That's Buddha's one. The tall one coming. All right.
Andrea Lynn Scanlon. Heather Elizabeth Self. Allison Marie Surpass. Aaron Page Sheep. Sean Michael Sheep. Travis Darrell Shiver. LaShawn Marie Simmons. LaShawn Marie Simmons. Sarah Marie Pintel. Frederick James B.J. Smith Jr. Stephen Lucas Smith.
Steven, right here.
Sharon Lee Stein. Youngster Nicole Stevens. LaShonda Denise Stevens. Brad Davis Stevens. Tiffany Lynn Taylor. Verna Tabitha Taylor. It's a light Maria Obama Kellis.
Helen Nadette Tomplay. Jamie Lynn Thibodeau. Michelle Renee Thomasy. Nolan Lewis Valenti. Jason Paul Vigner. Stephen Paul Vigner. Michael E. Vincent. Jerry Lynn Wagestad. Mark Anthony Walker. Rochelle Deshawn Ward. Chris Michael Weber. Kelly Latanji Rochelle Williams. Cordarian Devin Lyle. Jacob Lewis Wolf. Phaedra Lynn York. April Nicole Zimmerly.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of 1999. All right, let's all be careful.